Hello, just checking in before I start editing all of the files and putting everything together for my video on my surgery. I took videos from my pre-op appointment to the day of, and then a bunch of milestones afterwards up until 6 months. And I haven't looked at any of these yet, so I'm interested to see, this journey from this perspective now that I'm about, I think 8 months out, and I'll be able to see the progress with you. So without further ado, let's take a look.
How's it going, YouTube? I'm at my official pre-op appointment. The first one was just the consultation where you kind of just get the idea of what's going on, what things are going to cost, things like that. And I guess at this one, we settle up, and then he pretty much makes the actual surgical plan. So we'll get I have a few more questions, but we'll get a better idea of what's actually gonna go down, and if it's gonna happen for sure. We already have a date picked, and I'm pretty excited. So we'll see. Hopefully I can get some video inside, and you can hear from the surgeon himself what's gonna go down. All right, see you in a little bit.
And I want you to understand not only what I will deliver with the surgery, but what I'm not going to deliver with the surgery. So by the time you leave, you'll be fully informed, you'll be ready to go. The plan, as we discussed, is to do a tummy tuck surgery. If it's a full tummy tuck surgery,
Well, I'm on my way back to work from the official pre-op appointment. I didn't video much too in there because, I didn't video in there too much because I'm just too shy, I guess, to ask. But watched a couple videos about risks of the surgery, stuff like that. Then the surgeon came in and explained some things, and took a bunch of pictures that he studies, before the surgery. And basically at the end he told me, I already look really good now, and he's actually excited to do my surgery because he thinks I'm gonna have an amazing result. So that's certainly encouraging. Got all settled up for now, and have everything booked for 2 weeks from now, and then the post-op appointment the day after that. So I'm a tiny bit nervous, but more just ready to get it done with. All right.
Well, it's the morning of. Need to leave in about 15 minutes to get there on time, and we'll be getting the old tummy tuck and I guess gynecomastia surgery on the chest, even though that's not what it is, or what it's called, I guess. It's just inferior pedicle, basically for removing loose tissue on the chest. And leave in about 15 minutes. I'm not nervous, just pretty excited. And we'll get this done. So hopefully I can check in at the surgery center. If not, we'll see you afterwards for sure. All right. Here we are, about 48 hours post-surgery. I'm walking like a hunchback. Got a couple drains. Got a wrapper on my top and my bottom. Supposed to walk bent over for at least the first week so you don't stretch the skin. Yeah, so I'm about ready to take my first shower. See how this goes. This is with the drains in, without the bandages or the gauze. Feels good to have it off. Shower time. It's about 3 days post-op. As you can see, there's a lot of swelling. My gut almost actually looks worse. But I guess this is pretty common for 3 days after. My hips are really swollen. but definitely that belly is very swollen. Pain is pretty minimal though, but I just gotta keep leaning over. Here we are, 5 days post-op, and swelling has definitely gone down in the belly. It's still pretty significant. Hips are very swollen. As you can see, it looks pretty goofy. They poke out so much on both sides. It's weird. Feels like I'm feeling above my old belly button when I touch here. Overall, I'm looking pretty good. The chest looks really good, I think. This will look good when I'm able to stand up straight and the swelling goes down. We'll see you at the next update. All right, here we are. 1 week out, 1 week and a few hours actually. So technically I can start standing up straighter, which I am. And things are starting to look a little better. I still don't want to stand up fully straight because I can feel some tightness across here, and it's definitely still swollen. Super weird because when I feel down here, it feels like I'm feeling up here. Just an observation. Swelling's definitely going down in the belly, but we still have a lot of swelling in the sides, some bruising showing up. My hips are, as you can see, like still comedically wide. They go out so wide. Probably because I have so much loose skin there that they just fill it up with, you know, the good stuff after surgery. So there's a little, maybe stitch popped or something, I don't know. Here. Whatever that means. I don't know. We're still rolling with it. Trying not to put too much pressure on it. Other than that, day 7 post-op. Still liking the chest a lot. Can feel both nipples. It's really weird. But we'll see you at another check-in. All right, here we are. 10 days out from the surgery. I think the chest looks great. You know, obviously we'll see how the scarring works out, but I have really good feeling around the nipples, no pain, the swelling's really good. I think the swelling's starting to go down on the belly. It's still pretty significant. As you can see, I have a pooch there, and I would say, it's hard to say, but definitely want this to go down quite a bit. It's just thick, warm swelling. As you can see, my sides and hips are still really swollen. Better than they were for sure, but still swollen. Belly button feels really weird. But overall, I think we're going to plan. So we'll see. Check up again in a few days. All right, here we are on day 12 post-op. As you can see, I think the chest is looking good. It's still a little swollen. Obviously, I got a lot of swelling around the belly still, but it's slowly going down. Slowly going down. Hips are better. They're better. They're still swollen, but they're not hilariously big like they were. So, still can't quite, I feel like I can't quite stand up fully straight due to the tightness here, but I think when that swelling goes down, I think we'll be good. So, we'll see. I've got my post-op on Tuesday, so in
2-3 days, my second post-op appointment. So we'll see how that goes and see how the progress is. Hopefully I can get these drains out. All right. Here we are, day 15 post-op. And had my 2-week appointment yesterday. And overall, the chest looks really good, he thought, and I agreed. And he thought the belly definitely had a decent amount of swelling. He was wondering if I was wearing my binder, which I'm wearing all the time except for when I shower in these videos. And the left drain was outputting like less than 10 milliliters a day, so we took that out. The right drain is still putting out 25, and it actually put out like 40, 45 yesterday, so it really started to pick up on the right, so which is good. So maybe hopefully the swelling goes down. He told me yesterday to start putting like a plug in my belly button to make sure it doesn't like seal up, I guess. So I'm gonna start doing that, maybe like a marble or an earplug. I ordered one on Amazon, but it's not here yet, so I gotta do something in the meantime. Otherwise, swelling is going down okay. Just have a little bit more on the belly, I think, then I can maybe start seeing some definition, I hope. I think the scar's looking good. I have a 6-week appointment booked, but he's gonna actually look at the scar for the first time. So, we'll see. So far, I'm pretty optimistic. All right, here we are, 3 weeks out. And definitely in the last, I'd say 4 or 5 days, the swelling has started going down more than it had been. It's definitely still there, as in I can feel my abs and stuff better still before the surgery. Obviously through the loose skin, but I can feel that there's definitely still swelling there, here, and a little lower. And this area here, I knew he wasn't really going to address too much, and he even said so, because he'd have to make a bigger vertical incision, and it just wasn't worth it. But when I'm able to stand up straighter, which I'm still not, it shouldn't be as big of an issue. And still a little swelling on the flanks, and definitely my hips are still swollen, and you can like press your finger into them and the indent stays. So still making progress, and still putting out on this right drain, the one that's left, 25 to 30 in the last couple days, and it had been higher even before. So still glad I have it in. He wants it to be below 25 for sure for 3 days in a row, I believe, in order to be able to take that drain out. And he had told me before, and I'd read, but people who've had massive weight loss, it takes longer. You get more swelling, and it takes longer to get the swelling off. And I'm like, oh, whatever. But actually, maybe it's true. So, if you look online, you'd see these results in like a week or two, and you're like, oh my God, they look like, look amazing. So it's just gonna take me a little longer. And I know I'm slowly getting there. And chest is good. I replaced some of the, steri strips for the first time today there. Not brave enough to do the nipples yet. Maybe next week, or when they start falling off more, these steri strips. But other than that, starting to get more satisfied with what I'm seeing. And so 3 weeks. So I'll probably see you again at week 4, unless something crazy happens in between. Oh, and just because I haven't updated on what I've been wearing, I still have the same binder, upper and lower binders on, and just that one right drain. And I gotta have the binders on until I'm done with the drain, I guess. And it is what it is. I've got some Spanx Ultra Sculpts that I'm gonna have to wear for like the next many months, 6 months, something like that afterwards. We'll find out for sure, just to keep the contouring good. But for now, I have this binder, and it stinks. That's the worst part. All right. So just pulled my second drain, so now I just have a little gauze there. And took a shower, drain free. Super excited about that. So that would be almost 4 weeks, a couple days shy of 4 weeks with the second drain on the right side. And it put out, I think, like 15 this morning, or maybe less. And it needed to be 25 or less for 3 days, and I think I did that for 4 days. So it felt really weird pulling it. It felt like it went all the way across and down. It was super weird, but it's done. Now I get to wear this Spanx Ultra Sculpt, I think, for the next months. Definitely feels significantly better on the body so far. We'll see how it does. All right, we are now, this is 4 weeks post-op, and I can definitely tell swelling is still going down, and I'm finally starting to feel like, man, this is gonna be pretty cool. You know, before when the swelling was up, you really couldn't see what kind of like final product you might be getting, but you know, I feel like I can finally start seeing some definition, like as far as like ab musculature, because my concern was after the first couple of weeks that I could actually, I don't know if I said this, could feel my abs and muscles better before the surgery, but it was also not a concern because that gave me, okay, so it's just swelling that's going on. It's not, you know, what the actual final product is going to be. So, feeling hopeful. Left nipple's a little different than the right, you know, having replaced the steri strips, but it's all good, you know. I think it's starting to look pretty good. I officially could sleep on my side as of 4 weeks, which is pretty exciting, even though I slept on my back anyway. I had my first workout yesterday, a light workout. Felt really good to be back in the gym after a month. And yeah, so feeling pretty good now. I feel like finally, it took 3 to 4 weeks, but I really, starting to have confidence that this is a really good decision. So, see you in a bit. This is my current situation with the Spanx Ultra Sculpt. I think I have to wear this, as I've said, for like 6 months. And I'm still wearing these like Under Armour compression shorts just because I know I still have swelling in my hips that I don't like. So, yeah, there we go. All right, here we are. This is right at week 6. And as you can see, progress is still pretty good. The swelling around the hips is almost gone, I would say. And chest is looking good. I'm supposed to wear these strips on here for, I think he said 6 months. But, you know, I'll have my basically 2-month appointment here in a couple weeks and we'll confirm that. But I think the belly button's looking good. And, you know, I've been wearing that earplug in there. And I did have a seroma pop up, I think about a week ago, along this side of the scar. And you could just like press on it and it would pop back out. And they weren't concerned about it, so I wasn't. And I just kind of wore my binder at night and it went away. I still have a little bit of one. I mean, it's hard to tell, but like right here, not here, but on this side, like in this area, a little bit of a seroma there. I think it's a little better than it was yesterday. So just, you know, I guess those can be expected, especially when you have, you know, massive weight loss. So not surprising, but, you know, overall, feel pretty good. Still don't have like as good of definition as I did before the surgery. Obviously the skin is gone, but I don't have, you can't see my abs or feel them as well. So there's definitely still swelling there, but it's gonna take a while. So trust the process, all right? See you next time, probably at my roughly 8-week appointment or around then. All right, here we are. Today is my 8-week appointment post-op. It's kind of crazy how fast that's gone because it just seems like I did it yesterday, but you know, 8 weeks. And I feel like I'm doing pretty good. Not a whole lot, probably since a couple weeks ago. I'm still using that belly plug. That's why you see some of this redness around my belly button. We'll see if they want me to keep using it today. I think they're gonna take all these strips off today and you know, see what the scars look like for the first time. I mean, I've seen them and they look pretty good, but I mean, I guess I expected them to be there, so I'm fine with it either way. The only thing is I definitely still have a bit of a seroma, like a fluid collection on the belly here. It's kind of hard to see, but maybe at this angle, you can kind of see the fluid under there a little better. And yeah, so we'll see what he says about that. Probably just, you know, keep going as we're going. Wear that compression shirt, and probably, I'd say I feel like I'm probably like 80% of the way there as far as the swelling. Definitely still have more swelling in this area and even in the chest than I had before the surgery. But, I know I read something online that said you'll be 80% of the way there in 6 weeks and the rest of the way there in a year. And I feel like with me, that's probably going to be the case. So, all right, we'll see how this checkup goes. All right, here we are. We are 12 weeks out from the day of the surgery. And this is a progress. As you can see, the swelling's gone down quite a bit. I've been working out a lot though. I'm down to essentially the same weight I was before the surgery. I basically gained like, without heavy working out in those like a month and a half, like 8 pounds or something like that. So I'm pretty close, but I think I'm leaner actually than I was before. But you can see a little more definition than muscles that I've never seen before. So, it's kind of crazy to me, but as you can see, the scars are still there. Started using some scar cream like 5 days ago. I don't even know if it'll work, but I'm gonna make some videos on that to give some updates, at 1 week, 1 month, 6 months, see if it does anything. I mean, they're gonna fade away eventually, so I'm not even sure we're gonna be able to tell, but either way, we'll see. But overall, pretty happy. There's like a little extra tissue like on this left, chest. Maybe that'll go down to swelling. It's not as bad on the right. And I know he told me before the surgery he really wasn't going to be able to take care of like this up here. I'm hoping as I lean out a little bit more that that kind of flabbiness will go away. But yeah, basically my goal right now is probably lose 10-15 more pounds of fat. I'm trying to get to 12% body fat. I've never been anywhere near there, considering I started at like 60%. But we'll see. 3 months, I'll probably, that's embarrassing. Got cottage cheese in the teeth. Oops. So we'll check back in. I'm thinking, unless something crazy happens, maybe at the 6 week mark, or 6 month mark, or maybe when I hit my goal weight. I'm getting another DEXA scan in a few weeks, so we'll see how close I am. But other than that, I'm happy so far. Till next time. Well, here we are. This is officially 6 months post-op. So it's went from April to, I guess now it's late October. So overall, pretty damn happy with what I've got going. As you can see, the scars are still pretty prominent. These ones on the chest got pretty hypertrophic, especially on the right side. They got thick, and it still is actually a little painful to sleep at night on those sides. I think it can just take a long time for that nerve damage and stuff to get fixed. So that's not super surprising. But the only like complaint I have per se is I still have loose skin up here. But I mean, it almost looks like part of abs. So whatever, no, I think no matter where I get to, no matter what I have done, there's always going to be something that I'm not happy with. So overall, considering how much I did weigh for 400 pounds in now in the 2 teens, so once again, I have more muscle definition than I've ever had, since I was born, I swear. I think just the way it's going to be here on my chest, I'm never going to have a real good like shelf here for the pecs. It's just the way the skin is. But like I said, no matter what, I'm never going to be completely satisfied with everything. So overall, when we put this from day 1 to 6 months, I think you'll notice a difference, especially when I do the overall from when I first started at the beginning of last year. So it's been a long journey, so hopefully we'll see you guys a little bit more.
Well then, that was actually pretty cool. That was the first time I had gone through that stuff since I took it, basically. So it certainly is a pretty crazy, unreal difference to me from before the surgery with the loose skin, and then all those daily, weekly updates up until 6 months. It was pretty crazy how swollen I was, and that was definitely something I did not expect, even though I should have. I guess they call it the swell hell, but I got through it, and I think I looked pretty dang good at 6 months. So I'm planning on doing some more videos, and if you have any questions, be sure to ask them. I know there wasn't a whole lot there online about males getting the surgery, so and specifically in my situation where I lost over a couple 100 pounds. So definitely, if you have any other questions, let me know and I'll try to answer them. I might make a video with questions and answers if there's enough interest, and otherwise I will post a video in late April of 2023, and that'll be the 1 year mark since surgery. So thanks for watching.